Well, President Biden's visit to that Ford plant where he tooled around in the pickup truck and reminisced about the Ford Fairlane, it's all part of him trying to highlight a key part of his infrastructure plan, investing in electric vehicles and green energy technology as a way to both tackle climate change and create jobs. So joining us to talk more about how the administration plans to get more of these American-made cars onto America's highways, White House National Climate Advisor Gina McCarthy. Gina, thanks for being with us this afternoon.
Terry, thanks so much for having me today. I appreciate it.
And I just want to start with, probably one of the obstacles of getting Americans to buy electric vehicles. One of the reasons we're lagging behind China, as the president pointed out, the lack of public charging stations in this country. I'm going to show a graphic here. The administration's infrastructure proposal addresses this. We see it's earmarking $174 billion for promoting electric cars, and that includes rebates and incentives for consumer purchases and money to build 500,000 charging stations by 2030. So
that's right.
What else can you tell us about that? What's it going to look like across America?
Well, we're losing to China in a number of different ways. They have a lot more charging stations. They have a lot more vehicles out there. They're producing batteries right now that they're selling to other countries. So the whole idea of the American Jobs Plan, and specifically on electric vehicles, is to listen to the automakers, number one. They are telling us that electric vehicles are the future. So if we want to grab that future, if we want to grab the supply chain back from China, if we want to be selling and manufacturing these vehicles here in the U.S. and selling them from here to other countries, then we have to get moving. So this is all about investing and working with the private sector on 500,000 new charging stations. This is about getting consumers some at the point of sale rebate opportunities so that these vehicles will become more cost effective right away for everybody in the United States. It's about looking at low interest loans and grants so we start building the batteries right here in the United States, which we are. The battery that you see in that F-150, that electric vehicle, is made in the United States of America, and we're going to build the parts in the United States of America, which is what that Ford F-50 now has. And we're going to build it with union labor, good paying union jobs. That's what's going to get us out of this pandemic, start our economy running again, and make us cost competitive. This is about winning the future for our country. This is about our people. And it's also about the challenge of climate change and how we make our cities cleaner, how we invest in transit again, how we make our trains move again and get where we need to go. This is a whole infrastructure plan that's about investing in our people and our country again. We are going to win the future right here in the United States for the people right here in the United States.
And that sounds like it's right at the heart of what you might call Bidenism. I'm not sure anybody's using that term at the moment, but that kind of sums it up in some way. So let's talk about consumers.
Sure.
You mentioned them. What can they expect when they're considering, say, shifting from the Honda Pilot I have to buying one of these vehicles in the next few years?
Well, they have to take into consideration a number of different things. Now, we have quite a bit of infrastructure already out there for charging. There's private sector charging companies that are out there building it. And there's opportunities to actually locate these charging stations in a way that's going to get rid of that consumer anxiety. But they can also look at a variety of different types of technologies that are available, different types of cars, so they can find one that's affordable to them. They can think about home charging stations in their workplace. And we can think about moving forward together to make sure that we're investing in the future. Now, the one good thing about electric vehicles, well, there's many actually. If you drive one, you're going to love it because it performs really well, which I'm quite sure the president probably reflected, because these engines are far superior to combustion engines, and they're much cleaner. So if your kid has asthma and you live along roadways, you can feel like there's an opportunity for your child, because we can get rid of these diesel buses, which we're planning to do, these diesel trucks, which we're going to start getting off the road, and build a really much more cleaner transportation system. But you can also look for real opportunities for cost savings in their operation. You know, they save a fortune in terms of reductions in the gasoline you need to pay, and the electricity cost of running these vehicles is far less expensive than the gas you're going to put in a combustion engine vehicle. So we are looking really at the opportunities today, but even more importantly, the opportunity for the future, so we can get these vehicles out there in the numbers that are going to bring the cost down, and we fully expect that within the next 5 or 6 years they'll be cost competitive with combustion engines, if not sooner. And so we're looking at real opportunities for you to drive a really cool car, maybe not that F-150, but you'll find one that suits you really soon.
With room for the kids. So let me ask about a problem facing today, and that is the global computer chip shortage. Another huge obstacle right now. Car companies facing in rolling out these electric vehicles, they can't find these chips. There are reports that Ford has tens of thousands of cars parked in lots waiting for the chips to arrive. So how's the shortage already impacting the market for consumers, and what can the administration do about it?
Well, it is already impacting, and that's part of some short-sighted decisions made by the prior administration to stop investing in our manufacturing right here in the United States. And President Biden doesn't intend to compound those problems. He's going to fix them, and so he has a significant investment that he's put on the table for semiconductors so that we can really make sure that these chips are available and that our car companies can sell their vehicles and get them moving forward. You know, we have to look at this supply chain. We can't continue to be beholden to other countries like China that would like nothing better than to make sure that we're beholden to them for key parts of the products that we need for America. And so it's time, and that's what part of this electric vehicle infrastructure investment is all about, is making sure that we control our own destiny here. We are a great country with amazing union workers. We can no longer cede the strength of our economy or our manufacturing ability to anybody else's discretion. We have to build it here. That's what the American Jobs Plan is all about. We're building it, we're owning it. If someone wants to buy it from us, they can pay to buy it, but we need it for ourselves. And that's the challenge we have right now with these chips, is we have too many cars sitting on the sidelines waiting to be finalized for production and out into the hands of the public. We need to take care of that, and that's what President Biden's plan will do.
All right, and Gina, just one final question. Everything's politicized in this country. There is a perception among some that electric cars are for coastal elites. What do you say to people in the red states who listen to your vision, the president's vision of an electric future, and they say, there they go again? How do you sell that?
Yeah, well, one of the great things about having the F-150 actually out there in an electric model is people going to see that it's not foo-foo. It is a vehicle that's going to do the job for the American public. And the other thing I would say is that you know, Terry, I didn't ask the car companies could they switch to electric. You know, they came to us and said, you know, the future is electric. We know that. It's happening in China. It's happening in the EU. It's a question of whether or not we're going to shift and continue to move forward to produce the products of today and tomorrow, or whether we're going to stagnate as we have through this prior administration. We are not going to sit back and fail to invest in ourselves and win the technologies of the future. And electric vehicles are it.
Great. All right, Gina McCarthy at the White House. Thanks very much for that.
Thanks, Terry.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.